Hello everyone, you are watching Carbuncle's Corner number 15. Gold Bracket Semifinals. maikyu versus Frozen Applejuice. Running it back. Applejuice with the super early rush, and maikyu nicely building a counterattack there. Just looking for one more green to try and dig back down for maikyu. Finds it, and away it goes. Applejuice with the clean board, but that clean board is not going to do you much good when the garbage is raining down. And no recourse for that one. maikyu takes the first round. It was a super clever recovery for maikyu that round, in the face of that giga pressure from Applejuice with that early rush. But yeah, that was just a super nice defense. Quick thinking on that counter build. Main chain right away in classic Applejuice fashion. And red-yellow coming in. Oh, okay. Not gonna risk it for maikyu to go for that extension, but did get some extra heft on the first part of the chain. We'll get that red to tail, and that will be enough. So far, maikyu again with the strong builds. Not sweating all too much against Applejuice so far. Early aggression now. Does break up the tail a little bit, so main here is actually not a bad option for Applejuice. Looking for reds for maikyu, but doesn't find them. The tail was a little bit cooked as well. So definitely was in Applejuice's favor there. Applejuice potentially had a GTR on both sides. Always a visually amusing thing to witness. But maikyu's transition coming in off column 2, losing an entire column's worth of space to build in. Applejuice trying not to cut things too much. We'll get that green in, and we shall see if maikyu really does need all that space to build. It looks difficult, and yeah, wow. maikyu not able to find a way to set off that chain, having abandoned column 1 early on. Early aggression from Applejuice landing. But can Applejuice secure this resource advantage? It's quickly dwindling as maikyu setting up that multi-stack back up off those yellows. He's in the clear now. Applejuice's build not looking so hot here. Not much space on the left side of the board, forced to chain diagonally, but those yellows do get covered up for maikyu, so a little bit of time here for Applejuice. Yeah, maikyu losing a lot of space here. Does he have the green in column 1 though? Flips it over just in time, but oh, he needed another yellow to set it off. I saw the vision, but Unfortunately, took a little bit too much time. But yeah, maikyu is still very dangerous, even in those situations. And speaking of danger, we are now entering Giga Power Tail here, dismantled by maikyu. So we're not going to see that just quite yet. Drops a few lines on Applejuice's board, and right in column 3, right in the pie hole, drops that one garbage to take this set back to tied 3-3. maikyu having a think. Does finish up that tail though. Applejuice looking a little bit cramped mid-board. Is just gonna go straight for main probably. And yep, maikyu ready to extend. Not gonna try too hard against that 7. Should still make it out alive with this 8. And 5, only a 4. So not quite surviving for Applejuice. Just slowly digging out. Here come the big guns though for maikyu to take the round. Applejuice finishing the GTR a little bit late. Here comes some pressure from maikyu. Applejuice clearing greens again. Finally gets that main chain back online, but those yellows may slow things down a little bit, so he's just going to send it. maikyu in a bit of, nope, I thought it was trouble, but it was not. It was just pain if your name is Frozen Applejuice. Here comes the main chain from maikyu. It's a real chonker. Just a straight out play in the main chain battle. Applejuice doesn't look to be able to use those purples in 2 and 3. May turn out to be a liability, but nope, he's going to spend them here in this big 2. And, oh, actually it's going to be maikyu with the main chain first this time around. But Applejuice does not have much of a tail going on, so I don't know how well this is going to work for him. 40,000 points on that chain from maikyu. And just over half for Applejuice. Again, that clean chaining coming in so handy for... Okay, I jinxed it. maikyu's column 3 is kind of cooked right now. We'll see if Applejuice does anything about it, though. Is ready to fire main. And, nope, just a 3 chain. So... Oh, but this does clip maikyu. I want to say that the round was lost to begin with, but you never know with these guys. maikyu is still looking for that finish on the set. Doubling up on the tail there for maikyu. Applejuice with the straight chain. Taking a little bit of pressure here. And another 2 rows. No response in 2 turns, and maikyu is just gonna take the set and move on to losers finals.